Welcome to the Adhocracy Show, the show for people who know to avoid cliches like the plague.
We'll be right back. Welcome back. I'm David Landeen.
And I'm JD Melville. And today we're going to talk about cliches. Cliches, you know what a cliche is. You hear them all the time. And in advertising and creativity and videography and all of the different forms, it's easy to fall into the trap of cliches.
Just in case you don't know what a cliche is, it's basically something that you hear over and over and over again, that's done over and over again so much that it becomes cliché. It's a French word. I don't know what it means, but basically...
It clicks too much. That's what it means.
Yeah, too much clicking.
Too much clicking. So basically, in this episode, what we're going to talk about, we're going to go down some different ways that you may fall into a cliche with your different creative endeavors, and ways you can get out of it, as well as some examples of each of those. A cartoonist and a famous author once said, if you talk the way people talk in advertising, you'd punch them in the face. Now, that's not directly the quote, but...
Well, at least sometimes I want to punch people in the face.
I think
in
if
commercials.
I think if you were sitting with someone and like they were like, "Buy now,"
I'd want to punch them in the face.
You'd want to punch them.
There's actually, have you ever watched on Cracked, the YouTube channel Cracked? They do honest commercials, which are really funny about like the gym membership, the car dealership, and it's you definitely would punch those people in the face.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's get into it. The first point of this, and what usually happens with a cliche, is it's your first thought. You go, okay, here's a project. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this.
Yeah.
You don't do anything more than just, okay, here's my first thought. Now, here's the problem. With the first thought, that's probably someone else's first thought. The example that I'll have in this one, when I was going through school, we had, each person goes through the different classes. Usually your assignments are the same. We got to the end, and I teamed up with this copywriter. I'm looking at her portfolio. She's looking at mine. And we came to this campaign for Boost Mobile. And the Boost Mobile campaign, it basically said, okay, we're starting a rebellion, and blah, 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 blah. We both came up with propaganda posters. And we actually, the funny part is that we showed our stuff to, we were actually doing a book review with a creative director over at Razorfish. His name was Timothy. He was a really nice guy. Took the time to look at our stuff. But he said this to me. He said, to us, he said, this is a cliche. He says, once you see something that's cliche, like propaganda posters, completely cliche, you're dead in the water. Like, it's been done 1,000 times. Why even go that route?
Oops.
So really on this, what you want to do is you want to further brainstorm. Some of the great practices and some of the great people who have come up with campaigns and stuff, they say come up with 50 ideas, rip them up, throw them away, and then never do them again. Like start on another 50.
Well, because people will probably come up with those 50 ideas before.
Yeah.
So you want to be original people.
The next one would be piggybacking or copycatting. When you basically look at a big campaign and go, oh, I'm just going to take that idea and make it my own. The biggest example for this is Got Milk. Really, the thing with this, it comes down to the strategy. The strategy for the Got Milk campaign was when people don't have milk, it creates this physical pain. Like you have eaten this rich brownie, you need milk. You've poured cereal, you don't have milk. Like, that's what came from this. And that's why that saying, got milk, it's so powerful.
Yeah.
But when you go, oh, got guns, got gym membership, got muscles, got, whatever, it just doesn't work. So for this, strive to be original. Strive to really find your message and be original in that. The next one would be stale stock. The interesting thing with stock photography is the ones that are good are being used, and they're being used everywhere. There is several times where I've worked with, a stock photo, and it's this one lady, and I've seen her selling everything from health drinks to watches to teeth products to, she's everywhere. It could almost be a scary movie. With this, really what you want to do is it's good to hire a photographer if you have the money. And you might be able to find a way to work with a photographer in different ways. If you're looking for a very specific picture, don't wade through thousands of pictures. Find a way to really get that one that you're looking for, so that everything is right. You can control everything. That will really help out on this. Actually, a good example of this is if you haven't seen it, it's great. It's called "This is a Generic Brand Video" by Dissolve, a stock photography group themselves, a stock footage group. And basically, they use their stock photography in a very cliche way to sell stock photography.
We think first of vague words that are synonyms for progress and pair them with footage of a high-speed train.
Forwardness.
Science is doing lots of stuff.
And that goes right with the buzzword thing too.
Exactly. This is a perfect example of a cliche commercial, but what's funny is that it was so original when they put it out that it wasn't cliche.
Yeah, well, they did it right, and it fits their purposes. Actually, there's a site out there, and we'll put it in the comments below, 101cliches.com, and this lists the top 101 cliches. Let me just read down one or two of these. The light bulb, tape measure, the crystal ball, a stopwatch, the baton, the handshake, open road, the target, the cogs, jigsaw puzzle. All of those things, they're done so many times over and over and over again. Yeah. I think every PowerPoint presentation ever.
I was thinking the exact same thing.
They fall victim to that one.
Yeah. The next one we got is trending bandwagon. You know, just because something's popular doesn't mean that you have to make your commercial in that genre. There's the zombie craze that happened. It seemed like every single commercial was post-apocalyptic. Yeah. And we recently saw one of these commercials, but it had a cool twist on it, where you have these zombies chasing somebody.
It's called the Run Dead.
And it starts off just like any other commercial. Person running.
Zombies coming out at you.
It's at night. There's fires everywhere that constantly burn for some reason.
Yeah, things are always burning in the apocalypse. Where did all this fire come from?
Anyway, he keeps going. Let's skip ahead. Runs into a shoe store. Zombie discovers a shoe. They fight over it. He leaves.
We'll let you watch the rest.
Yeah, but it's very what you would assume would be cliche, but it had a cool twist on it, and
yeah, they made it their own. They did the cliche in a right way. Being
a runner, I totally appreciate it, and I agree with the message.
Absolutely. And the last thing, one of the tricks of the trade, and one thing that you can do to kind of test yourself is take that brand, take that video, take that anything that you're doing, and put a different competitor's name in there. Does it fit that competitor as well? Put all sorts of logos in there. See, if it fits all these different things, you're not being your own thing, and that doesn't necessarily work all the time, but it's a good exercise to do. So give us, let us know below some of the things that you hate about cliches. Maybe some cliches that...
This is your chance to vent a little bit. What do you despise in advertising? What are the biggest cliches that, this can be some venting comments.
Do you hate that men don't know how to eat yogurt in every commercial?
Do you hate that apparently taco shells in taco commercials never crumble in their hands?
Let us know below, and thank you for liking, sharing, and commenting on this video.
Make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram for some other interaction with us.
Yeah, absolutely. And for the made-up fact of the day, this is really interesting.
Okay.
I really dug into this one.
And absolutely not made up.
Not made up at all. Due to cats eating wet cat food, they've become accustomed to eating wet, moist, meaty substances. And that's where the saying comes from, the cat's got your tongue.
I don't think that's true.
Absolutely true. Keep your tongues away from cats.